everybody. I wanted to pop by, for a couple of reasons actually. One of the reasons being that there's a part two to the bubble trick that I was talking about on my last video. Once, and let me try that again. One of the things that I remembered was when I'm creating my bubble, once I have it around me, I usually envision it emanating a warm light. So I've got, my bubble around me that is helping, to basically block out other people's emotions so that I can concentrate on my own. However, I usually like to add a warm emanating light from it to try to help other people out. I work at a convenience store, and I do come across some rather grumpy characters sometimes. And so I usually use my bubble to kind of help others feel a little bit better. Especially when they're going through a really hard time, because there's always a why as to why they're acting that way. And a lot of times it's because they're feeling pretty triggered themselves for one reason or another. So when I send out my bubble, I always kind of coat it, we'll say, in light and love. And you'd be surprised how many times that really works. Just sending those good intentions and those light intentions out to other people. You can kind of see a transformation in them, especially once they come up to the counter. It's kind of, this look usually comes over them of, of peace. And I was telling one of my customers about the bubble trick and about the light emanating. And she was saying that she was going to use that because she's a teacher and she had parent-teacher conferences coming up. And she was just like, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to bubble and shine. I was like, oh, I like that. Bubble and shine. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you in hopes that maybe it does help you out as well. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, because you're sharing in my healing journey, today was pretty hard for me, as I have a very good friend of mine that is sick. And I'm asking for, good vibrations, healing vibrations for him, please. Now, this was also very triggering to me, especially with the loss that I've endured. So it brought up a memory of this past Valentine's Day. I was listening to a channel called Magnetize Yourself, and absolutely love it. She's very inspiring. Her voice is so soothing, and her name is Infinity, and I really love her. I mean, she's been so spot on with her readings. It's been miraculous. And one of the things that she said was, if you're not in a romantic relationship this Valentine's Day, I'd like you to focus on showing yourself some self-love. And it kind of got me thinking I was like, how do I do that? How do I show myself some self-love? So I actually stopped for a second and out loud, I asked myself, self, what can I do to show you love? And the thing is that I answered myself, and I just I listened, for a little bit, and I basically told myself that I wanted to cry. And I just wanted to cry without being told to stop. And I realized that I had been doing that. And I just thought about it for a second. I'm just like, you know what? You're right. Or I'm right. This gets kind of confusing. But, when I cry, I usually tell myself to stop crying, that I need to be strong, that I need to do this. But I realized, I'm like, why do I do that? I would never tell anybody else to stop crying, because crying helps. It actually releases chemicals into the brain that uplifts your mood. Have you ever noticed how good you feel after you've had a really good cry? It's a wonderful release. And so I'm like, I would never tell anybody to stop crying. So why am I telling myself to do that? That's not fair. That's not nice to me. So I did. I cried and I cried, and I didn't stop myself, and I let myself have that release, and I just felt so much better. And so after that, I was sharing that with everybody, just kind of hoping that it might help them in their healing journey as well. We need that release. We need that care. We need to acknowledge our emotions. And sometimes we need to treat those emotional wounds like we would a physical wound, and give it time to heal and allow ourselves to feel the pain. Because, think about it. If you sprain your ankle, your body will make sure that you feel the pain so that you don't hurt it even worse. So when you try to walk on it, of course it's going to hurt, Your emotions can cause pain. And that type of pain needs to be acknowledged, and it needs to be treated and healed. So please show yourself some self-love. Let yourself feel that pain, because that pain means that you're alive. And acknowledge it and care for yourself. I know of so many people that will be negative on themselves because they're feeling these pain. I know I'm one of them. Whenever there's a lot of times that I've felt pain and I get frustrated with myself. I'm like, I should be over this by now. Or, so I would think, because I have been told before, well, you should be over it by now. And it's just like, no, I'm not. And there's still a part of me that is healing. And I need to let myself feel that pain so that I can actually heal it. So I hope this helps. I hope this helps you acknowledge your feelings, because your feelings are your feelings and they're not up for debate. And acknowledge that pain needs time to heal. It also needs treatment, especially healthy treatment, like breathing, yoga, just acknowledging the wonderful moments in your life. Like, my idea of heaven is curling up on the couch with a soft blanket and a nice cup of tea, taking a few deep cleansing breaths, and just kind of relaxing a little bit, either with a good book, or even in front of the TV with a good show. So I really hope that you take the time to show yourself some self-love and listen to yourself to find out what you need in order to do that. So please take care of yourself, be easy with yourself, be understanding, and show yourself some self-love.